Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Let the show begin. Huh. 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 Hi. Huh. Huh. Hi. Huh. Time for your arraignment. Shine down. Right here. Dip, emerge. Let's dance. Huh. Come on, we can do it. Torn to oblivion. Incinerate! A sight to behold. Right now, right here,
That didn't
right
kill
now.
it? Oh
That's quite enough.
my. Okay, fine.
Illusion shattered.
Ooh, with 199 resin. Okay, let's see. We need to go make a plan. Uh, 80? Okay. Okay. We don't need to worry about that. I should fight more samurai. Let's see. Okay, we just don't have any. 0, okay. So it's samurai, those 2 annoying bosses, the rock guy, and the fire flower.
La da 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 da.
I should go do the rock guy twice, I think.
I will protect you.
I guess I'll post a commission at the adventure. Here are my wishes.
Okay, we do this boss twice, and then we go back to the story, I think. Or no, I should do this boss twice, and then the flower boss one time, I think.
The thunder.
I definitely hit X, but okay.
Someone needs assistance. Boom boom! Motion to compare. Steady as stone. Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Okay. How come he didn't take damage that time? That was weird.
If at first you don't succeed.
There is no escape.
Go, Barbara! Steady as stone.
Shine down.
Boom boom! Ready, steady, go! Incinerate! I must leave no stone unturned. Boom boom!
He's going aggro. I actually think he stops doing his big attack. He just like swings at you when he's low. Could be wrong.
Go, Barb! Invisible evidence!
Now you shall perish. Insolent.
Okay, cool. Let's get out of here, go heal, and come back. He's Electro. I think that's bad.
Illusion shattered.
Motion to compel. Da, ja, ha, ja, da. Ja,
Actually, he still takes damage, so it's fine.
ha.
I don't know how that hit me.
Incinerate! Leave it all to me. As a good knight should. Motion. Incinerate! Let the show begin. Hush. From boom! Incinerate!
Shine down.
Motion to compel. Incinerate! Object. La 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 la. Oh. No! Ink! Go, Barbara, go!
There is no escape.
Motion to compel.
Shine down.
Okay, I think we're done with this guy for a long time. Yeah, okay. So I just need the fire plant a bunch of times. We should do that. Hmm.
I wonder when I'll... Mm.
Alright, what are we at? 81? Okay, we can do the fire plant twice.
Let's dance.
Oh, I forgot to change out Noelle. Maybe it's fine.
Steady as stone.
Inazuma shines eternal.
shattered.
Hi. Huh. Oh. Someone needs. Leave it all to me. Boom boom. Chia. Chia. Huh. I must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would.
Shine down.
Motion to compel. Chia, 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 chia. Chia. Ha, ha. Ha, oof. Ha, incinerate. Oh no. Yeah. Huh, hi. Huh, huh, hi. Huh.
There is no escape.
Motion to compel. Inadmissible evidence. Ha. Ta. Ta. Ha. Sia. Ha. Ta. Chia. Ha. Chia.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, we're just getting unlucky, I think.
Shine down.
Leave it all to me. Boom boom.
You goat deers. Okay. How's it going, Glacy?
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Pretty good. It's good. Good to hear.
There is no escape.
Hi. Oh. Huh. Hi. Huh.
Illusion shattered.
Had a day off today, which is nice. That's cool. Hope you were able to relax.
Hi. Oh.
How?
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay. I think we're good. I think I'm only gonna have like one resin. Two resin. Okay. Cool. Um. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. We're doing this. Okay, so... Are we good? Okay, we're good on the fire flower. I just have to mine a bunch of this jadeite stuff. Fine. We're capped out on her. I guess Oceanid and whatever drops
I wonder
this.
when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Yeah, okay, wait, so what drops? Drops this. Okay. Mike, did you watch? Are we talking about House of the Dragon? Is that what we're talking about?
La da 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 da.
I did, if that's what you... I did watch it, if that's what you're referring to. Maybe you're referring to something else. Who knows?
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for
I can't believe it was a whole Yeah, I was really surprised that they didn't do the battle, or at least part of a battle in this final season finale. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. I don't really remember if there was a season of Game of Thrones that had, like, just no battling at all. They started exactly where they ended? Basically, yeah. Basically. I'm hearing from some people, I'm seeing online from book readers that they're, like, making Alicent more of a thing than she's kind of, like, fallen off by now. And so she's, like, still, like, their little missions to meet each other and stuff, I don't think happen in the book. So I think, like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. My favorite part was watching the Lannister guy in Essos, though. I thought that was pretty funny. But, yeah, the rest of it, nothing really went down. Oh, you know what I really didn't like? The Daemon, like, the Daemon future vision scenes added up to a final vision where he sees the Game of Thrones Season 8. I really didn't like that. Why did they show us that Essos stuff? I don't know. I think it was for levity and trying to go to a different character and trying to... I don't know. I liked it, though. I mean, I know it's, like, wasting time, but I don't think they were going to do the battle anyway. The Daemon payoff was nothing. Yeah, it was literally... Not only was it nothing, it was mostly just, like, it's showing, like, the Night King, like, stuff that we didn't like how it ended in Game of Thrones, so it's connecting... Like, one of my least favorite things about Season 1 was how it connected to, like, the prince that was promised and the whole dagger speech that Viserys gives to Rhaenyra or whatever, that whole thing. I didn't like that much because we know where it leads and it doesn't lead to a great ending. And now we're seeing more of that where he's like, we don't even matter, Rhaenyra. Like, you don't even know Daenerys is the best, but he doesn't even know that it's not going to matter. None of it's going to matter. As soon as I saw the Raven, I was like, oh boy. I tripped balls for a whole season to find out I'm loyal to Rhaenyra, which he already was. I think he thought about it. I think he thought about, especially when that other dude came up to him and he was like, hey, like, the realm needs a king or whatever. I think he thought about making them all for him. I do find it weird how he just, like, got that whole army to show up. Like, they didn't really... Like, they spent a lot of episodes on him not having an army, and then suddenly the whole army is there in this episode. because he had that convo with those people or whatever. Oh, sorry, was the music too loud? Funny how he could see Daenerys but couldn't see 5 years past that when she goes crazy and gets murdered. Yeah, and I feel like I mean, he could see the Night King marching, so that was like around that time or whatever. I don't know. Also, what's up with I didn't realize that what's her face is like magical. Um Aegon's wife, I don't know her name. Starts with an M, but she's like prophesizing now too. I don't know if that was a thing she did in season 1. Helena. Yeah, yeah. Was Helena doing that in season 1? Did they set that up before or is this just like out of nowhere? 'Cause I don't remember that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think it's a good show. I think it's like way better than like every other show I watch. But it's not. This wasn't a good season. I would say, like, I was saying to Faye, I think I'd put it at like a 7 out of 10 or something. I don't know. It was her only scene. I feel like she did something when she was a kid in season 1, like when she was young in season 1, she was like playing with dolls in a weird way or something. I can't remember. I feel like they minorly set it up, but a 7 out of 10 is generous considering nothing happened. Yeah, but they also didn't fuck it up, you know? Like they didn't like, I don't know, I didn't get too mad. There's not a lot to get mad about, so I can't really, I guess you could say it's a 5 because at worst because like nothing happened. It kept the status quo. What's her face is dead. I can't remember her name, but who wrote this garbage? The book? I don't know how deviated it is from the book at this point. Whatever, I'm still enjoying. And then I will get to hate watch Lord of the Rings at the end of this month. Are we good? Do I have anything else I can do before I have to go back to prison? Can I avoid going to prison? Oh. Bing Bang Finch Ball. New quest? Okay, more things to get me distracted from the main quest. We should go back to this and do more of the combat trial thing, because I could get a lot more gems out of it, but I just don't care. 18 hours? No. 21 days, 18 hours. 1 day, 15 hours? I have to do this tomorrow. Or tonight, depending on how I feel. Anyway, the highlight of the season was Aegon saying, "Did you hear my blank is destroyed?" uh, yeah. That was kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Also, like, his mom is like, "Yeah, I can agree to kill him," but now he's gone. He's out of there. I kind of like Kristen Cole's speech. I don't know if her brother pulled the sword on him just because he saw him sniffing the handkerchief and he assumed that they're sleeping together or something, but then he just admitted it like right away. And I feel like that's the first time he's admitted it to another character. And then it was funny because Allison comes to Rhaenyra and she's like, "Don't dunk on me for doing what you did. We're literally sleeping with the same dude." We waited 2 years for nothing, and now we have to wait 2 more. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know, how many years was it between original Game of Thrones seasons? Was it just 1 year for most of them? Alright, I'm going back to the jail. I can't avoid it any longer. Is it this level? We'll find out. New event started? I just saw that, yeah. I'll have to do that at some point. I'm gonna do that camera thing either tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll do that new event at some point before it ends. And then I want to go back to the storybook event and do some stuff too. The last two seasons took so yeah, so 7 and 8 took a long time, right? But it was only one every spring. Got it. That's better. 2 years is a long time, especially for 8 episodes and not even 10 episodes. What am I doing again? Try to understand the situation. Alright, Nightbot, you've done your job. Let's get the Genshin audio cranked up again. Oh yeah, that's right, he's dying.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
He's not gonna die.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
I think he's more worried about the people rather than
Why would
locations.
he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Okay.
Linny, are you okay?
They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He's fine.
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
I'm looking at the YouTube video. I think we are 9 hours and 50
His
minutes
breathing's beginning to slow down.
out of 16
Give me a
hours.
hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
So only
Yeah,
6
I'll
more
take him
hours
from
of
this
this,
side. Lynette, together?
and we will be
On it.
done.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us? The Duke and Clarande are gone.
I just want
They
to get out of
probably
this
went to
jail.
get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
The infirmary. Oh, it's upstairs. Okay. Yeah, I think we're busting out of here soon. I think we're finally at a point where big things are gonna start happening in the story again, I think. We're not gonna be farming coupons. I hope.
Whatever would you do without me?
Emerge.
Right now.
Emerge.
Right now.
You know what?
All expenses paid travel?
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lyney... Lynette...
We're all here.
Where... am I?
You're back in the jail.
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler... Paimon... It's been so long. The sea! There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes... Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Guess we're gonna play as him for a little bit. Looks like. Okay.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he
shit.
have done it? Get in gear!
Oh, he's crying. Okay. Got some water temple stuff going on.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
I get it. I understand.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These
Okay.
traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
We're saying that he was in there for 9 days? That took 9 days? And he survives this? Okay.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Okay, so she was right there at the exact right moment. Okay, that's fine. That makes more sense than him being trapped there for a week.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Freminet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Wriothesley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Freminet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sigewinne?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Wriothesley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Okay.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Lyney suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. Of course, it's inevitable.
I see.
I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Freminet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the Fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Freminet was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that. Yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Freminet.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
We're gonna learn something unpleasant.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is. Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a look.
Something bad is down here.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it.
A what kind of gate? A slice gate?
The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking? Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few
How are you
more
able to do that?
possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Wait, why hasn't he dissolved? Does it only work on women or something?
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us! Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research.
What do you call someone who only uses the same 4 characters for 3 years straight? I don't know. Someone who has found a team that they enjoy and just wants to stick with it, I guess? I could definitely see it taking 3 years to max out characters, depending on how often or how little you play. But what's up? Super, welcome.
There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home.
Okay.
And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past.
Wow.
After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Okay.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
No.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum
Bro,
and
I've been in
gravimeters.
court or jail the
As
whole
his
time I've
assistant,
been here,
Jurier
okay?
is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
Of course I don't know people.
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Okay.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Easily amazed Paimon.
Paimon really thinks everything's super cool!
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Nothing.
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Okay.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
Okay.
He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the Primordial Sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
It's Noah's Ark, literally.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right. Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Do I actually get a choice, or is the game going to decide for me?
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Wriothesley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Wriothesley and Seishween.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Wriothesley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Okay. Paimon just literally blabbed right away. Yo, Prodigy, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
I woke up at 8 and was outside at a lake all day. I just got home. Like, were you relaxing at this lake? Were you with friends? Were you working? That sounds like a long day.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's Arlini.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Group of my friends' girlfriends' friend group. Group of my friends' girlfriends' friend group invited me. Okay, cool. Did you have fun? Are you happy? It sounds like you're happy to be home. It sounds like it was a long day. A long day requiring you to be extroverted, and now you're home and you can chill by yourself. It was so hot. Oh, it's really hot here too. I got my AC on. I'm either too hot because the AC's off, or I'm too cold because I'm right in the line of where my air conditioner is. Actually, I'm gonna switch that right now, actually. That's better. It was fun, but 12 hours of socializing is a lot. Yeah, I understand. Well, I'm happy you had a fun day at least. And now you're home safe. You can chill.
What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Eudex Nervulet. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question.
Now I can rot in my chair and watch Mike's stream. Yeah, we're trying to push through the Genshin story. There's I'm near the end. I'm in the last region that is available, and I think we're like more than halfway through it, so we're getting there. I'm in this fucking jail, and I've been here for like 3 streams, but we're almost out. I think, anyway. I actually have no idea. I hope so.
If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
You share the information. Wow. Just earlier, they're like, oh, you'll get to decide.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Okay.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Okay. Go to the cafeteria. Oh boy. That doesn't sound like it's we're gonna get out of here. Is this right here, or am I? Yeah, it is.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the Coupon cafeteria.
Grab our welfare real quick.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Walsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem. Just leave it to me.
So delicious.
I didn't really read all of that, but okay.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clorand is Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linne wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned.
Okay.
Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linne as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader.
But there weren't any guards there.
Oh,
I don't know if that matters.
I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos. Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Okay. When can I leave? Okay. Tomorrow, maybe? We can hope?
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Paimon, sleep in your own bed.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Things are going down.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
We need to go out and see what's going on. Oh shit. Red alert. The whole place is gonna flood, isn't it?
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
See you, mate.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
We're
Laveroon was saying
evacuating
you
the
two are new
jail.
here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
Okay.
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Alright, I think we're gonna finally get out of here.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention.
Okay, we'll go down. Secret passage is still open. We get a cutscene.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Okay. Six hours left now, huh, Mike? Yeah, I have a YouTube video open. I think it's like 5.5.
3, 2, 1.
We're... Oh my god. I'm about to get out of this jail, I think. Everything's his man. But yeah, I'm almost done with Fontaine, and then...
This won't hold it for long.
Natlan will come out at the end of this month, and we
Tell
won't
him
be
the
done
defenses
anymore.
are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
I don't know what she's gonna do down here. She just has her guns.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
What are you gonna do after you finish with Genshin? I don't know. Something else. Final Fantasy 14. I might. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start playing at some point actually, because Faye has been playing, and she's like level 30 now. She's been making steady progress, and I do want to play with her. So. And I know like a bunch of you guys all play, so I know I'll have a bunch of people to ask for advice and stuff. We're out of the jail. Let's go.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Wait, I feel like we missed something. Shouldn't we be telling him he needs to go downstairs immediately? What happened with that? Okay. 14 is so good. Yeah, I've only heard good things. I know you play a lot. AJ, Kekon, Jantham, everybody. Where am I going? Okay.
Look! There are a ton of Fatui Palais Mermonia people over there! The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry!
But yeah, I'll be playing. I'll try
Are you two
and
the
catch up to
traveler
Faye
in
at some
Paimon?
point.
Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Is she gonna try to assassinate her? It's easy to level up in the game. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't seem like... It seems like pretty quick. You can get to level 30 really fast. Yeah, it seems like Faye got to 30. I don't really know how long it took, but... when does it stop being free? Level 70? Basically? Also, I was gonna ask, because I think I asked you this a long time ago, but you can, like, change your class. Like, you can be a healer or a DPS or a tank just by changing your armor, basically, or something in that game. Like, it's not like WoW where I have to make a whole new character. Or is it? 70 or 80? Okay, so it's plenty of free stuff to do.
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
You could be everything. I really like that idea compared to how it is in WoW, where you can't really be everything. You just gotta change your stone. Okay. I'm down with that. That sounds cool.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Lex, do you have a house? I've heard it's really hard to get a house in the game. I heard it's like the real world real estate market, basically.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your
Hell nah.
accomplishments. I
Is
am
it
the
really
knave,
expensive?
one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
I ain't rich like that? Okay, so it's not something that everybody gets once they get to late game. You can become a landlord? Wait, you can rent? You can rent out your house? Damn. That's kind of cool, actually. Maybe you could get a rental, Lex.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Okay.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
I don't know, man. My credit might not be good enough. Lex's Final Fantasy credit score, it tanked after he scammed those people, I guess. The debt collectors are after him. Hey, man, what's the big idea? I feel like she's gonna try to poison us or something.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
She's gonna try to poison Farina or something.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know.
Well, we technically know
Here's
where he is,
hoping that he's
kind
an
of.
excellent swimmer.
Since
Oh,
we're
she
talking
knows
about
that,
him,
okay.
I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur
We're gonna tell her.
Nuvillette. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Do we?
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede!
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Into a pipe where he could have died?
Well...
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Nope. Evidence that there's no evidence he was killed.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
Probably not.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
He's gonna fix everything. Right?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Okay. It's gonna be fine.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Well, he's Hydro. You would want to keep the cryo guy with you, would you
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day!
Okay, we got...
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Easy.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Disaster averted. Everything's fine. We're out of jail. Things are looking up.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Okay.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Loading.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house, Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
She's so mean to
What
her.
are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have
my
I just been
goodness.
passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
Hello, my love. I'm just moderating the marks from the exam yesterday, and then I'll be able to hear... Okay, okay. She can't hear us yet. Never ignored the prophecy.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me,
Yeah, tell her.
you have no right to judge me.
Tell her.
Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes.
Okay.
Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Extremely.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Okay. Probably went down to deal with the sea. Yeah, he did. Is Farina being truthful?
Traveler, I
I
heard
don't
that
think she
you were
is.
recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Paimon will eat your cake.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on...
Okay. Trash topic brings significant matters.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table, and I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Okay.
Paimon's coming too.
Miss Farina.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
She doesn't really like us either. Okay, where are we going?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
How would she have heard about that already? Wouldn't this be like right after all that happened?
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
I'm here for real. Welcome, Faye. I'm glad you're here for real. How are you doing? We are out of jail, but I'm still stuck in diplomatic conversations.
I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me.
That's true, he could have just
By the
called you
way,
up.
And you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
I'm not gonna talk shit about her.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meropide.
Hey, it's an NPC enemy guy that I would normally be fighting and killing.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, a Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
Kitty.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
I don't know how she knows that.
In fact,
Did you
this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night.
How does she have so
Nor
many
could she even bring
informants?
herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something
many
wrong
moles.
with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
Okay.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the Fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
She's so cool. She tried to assassinate Furina. Or she was gonna do it, and then she was like, nah, she doesn't have it, I don't need to kill her. I don't know if stealing the Gnosis is gonna be able to save this country. Anyway, this is like the first time I'm hearing her voice in English because we were testing out the other voices yesterday.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Okay.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
Not all the Archons act that similarly,
Of course,
though.
that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
Okay.
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Okay.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other. so I'll leave you to him.
Yeah, I like him. You're scary.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Thank you for protecting Furina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate.
She's scary. I want her to bully me. Oh my gosh. As for what happened on our side, you recount the happenings of the Tea Party.
So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives. Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the sea. Does that mean you have some deeper connection?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Don't you? I don't know. I don't know. I need to learn some more about her, I think.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Okay. It rained last time something bad happened too, didn't it? Every time it weeps the...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Okay.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the Dragon Sovereign of Water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Furina?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
My apologies.
Is he in love with her?
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the Dragon Sovereign of Water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Sure, buddy.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
I know Zhongli was the Geo Dragon, whatever, right? Because he was also a dragon. I don't know about who the other dragons are.
There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the Primordial Sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
What? Who?
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
Okay.
Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Yes, sir.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meropide? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure, let's go back to the effing jail again,
Take care.
Paimon. Sure, what a great idea. Return to the prison to learn more about everyone's situation. But why? A moment's respite. I think we're near the end of Act 4, I think. Alright, we're back in our favorite place. Just gotta go and interview everybody, have our exit interviews. I don't know, have we met any, is Dvalin the Arrow Dragon Sovereign? Is Zhongli the Geo Dragon Sovereign? Who are the other ones? Do we even know? Where am I going? Down here.
Jurier, Miss Sijun told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Jurier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to
Oh, I
anyone.
didn't realize that led to the ship, okay.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Faye and I, circa last fall. Dvalin's the dragon from Mondstadt. I don't even know. From Liyue, the dead serpent in Inazuma you can see on the map. Oh, the one that Raiden Shogun killed, the big ass thing. And a pep from Sumeru. Nothing. I was just referencing when we were pretending like we weren't, but we were. Anyways, I thought it was Zhongli. I thought he was dragon or something. I know he had a dragon form. We were so cute. True. Okay, now we gotta check up on everybody else. We are 11 hours and 12 minutes through. Lava Rune, how's it going?
You guys are back?
Quisto! Lavaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We're sorry, but we just
Yeah, we never
had some
left.
business to
We
take
might as
care
well have never left.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Wow, we were jailbreak legends.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals. Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
Nothing wrong with that.
They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Does that mean he also makes the meals that are the bad luck ones? Intentionally failing? Speaking of, we can get one right now. Good old Brand the Broken. This. Cool, we got suspicious looking haggis. That's excellent. That sounds delicious.
Seedring!
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Neuvillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
Okay. Okay. A few people sustain superficial.
Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided.
She has some kind of history with Neuvillette because she keeps mentioning like how she wants to see him and stuff.
How did Neuvillette know that he was needed here?
Well, Monsieur Neuvillette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
We're fine.
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days.
A few more days in the
Just
jail.
let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Okay, she's kind of convinced me a little bit. That was sweet. Who else we
If
could talk
you can
to?
find the time, please stay at the fortress for just a while longer.
Alright. One more. Who's that? 91 meters above. I think I need an elevator. Or maybe. Let's see. This one? Oh, they're still down here.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Mikey, how much do you love me? So much, baby. More than you can imagine.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
More than you can count. Also, are you home? Are you... What are you up to? Seems like you're shopping. I love you so much too. I'm just lying down. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Never mind. So this was not a photo that you took. I see. Okay. I thought you saw that at the supermarket, like legit for a second. But now upon looking closer, it's clearly not a picture from the greatest supermarket in Australia, Aldi, which I know you would only shop there. We don't sell stuff like that. You guys don't have, you don't have Pillsbury, whatever? You don't have Pillsbury Doughboy, whatever things? That's sad. They're really good. Aldi? I know, I'm just kidding. I'm memeing. Aldi is a meme. We don't have dough in a can. Ah, okay. You're missing out, really. Canned gluten? Think of it that way.
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She shot me.
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were...
She was really mean to us.
A bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
I've been to Aldi before. It's not that special. Yeah, I just joke about it because we could have shopped there for like the 2 weeks I was there, but we did not. She said a few things, a bit hard to understand.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, dude.
You should
she was
believe
so
her.
nice.
She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Now we're on the Fatui side.
Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
Oh, they have Wednesday and Saturday specials?
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Yeah, Lenny.
Got it.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent.
No,
I will
no,
host
no.
a tea party.
Why?
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Both days I'd rather spend at home. Next time we're gonna have tea and snacks with us. Okay. Get me out of here. We've already been out. We've already been out of here. Why?
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
Okay, we're gonna have a tea party at least. That's one positive thing. I feel like people's attitudes have really changed. Now we can get tea and other overworld commodities. What about the coupons? Where are we going?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere. He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Clorinde has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorinde received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time.
Yay.
You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Okay.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
God, Paimon.
You may access the cafeteria for free. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Alright, whatever. Return to the dormitories to rest. It's like we never even got out. Whoops, I think I jumped down too far? Or no. Okay. Okay. Surely tomorrow we're gonna have our little tea party with Lynette and then we can get out of here. That's my prediction.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same. Sure feels that way.
I don't know about
But the
that.
truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
You ate that cake, Paimon.
Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all. It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are
We
so
really
many bad
haven't.
things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
Okay.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Good night to you, traveler.
Okay, we're gonna have a child dream again. He's only been underwater for like 3 weeks now. It's the whale. Oh, we did it. We did Act 4. Okay, cool. He's fine. I don't understand the timelines, because they're like, oh, in 9 days, we'll send Fremine out to look for him, and he's been gone for, like, this many days. And I don't know. He must be really good at swimming. Okay, look. We now can claim yet another wish. We're absolutely loaded up on wishes and gems. Act 5, Masquerade of the Guilty. Ooh. Cool.
I wonder what's inside this package.
Wait until the next day. Okay, hopefully nothing explodes. Probably just gonna do this to be safe, because sometimes if I wait for less than a day, then it doesn't work. But yeah, I hope the jail arc is over and I can leave for real right now. There has been astonishingly little combat in these series of Archon quests. There wasn't much in Sumeru either. I feel like there was a lot in Inazuma. Your sentence here is almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede! Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now!
Then it would be fun. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind fighting something. I can't remember the last time. I legit don't know. Why do I have to do this if I'm already out of here?
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
Your mic is a little crispy today. Let me try replugging. Static keeps cutting in? Interesting. Let me listen to it. Properties. cancel. Monitor and output. Okay, I'm listening to myself. Test. Test, 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 test. I think we're good. It must be something on my end. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off because now I'm echoing in my own head and it makes it difficult to talk. Okay. I muted the stream and it's still there. Yeah, it's gotta be gotta be speaker interference on your end or something. Might be. No, it's okay. No worries. Jeff is being a typical man and blaming others for his problems. Wow. You two may exit via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and...
What's happening?
No, let's just leave. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
No, 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 no. Let's leave. Let's go home, Paimon. Maybe he's gonna set his boat free and sail it or something. Maybe his Noah's Ark is complete.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, did you just feel that?
With that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, by the way...
Oh, whoops.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we...
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Aha, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep.
It's you two. Are you leaving now?
Yep.
That's right! Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice. Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now.
Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our
You
best
never
to
know.
stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Neuvillette was the one who asked us to come here,
Alistair, thank you for the head pats.
we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
You're going to see Monsieur Neuvillette? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Alright. Let me check a couple things. Not that. This. Okay, cool. We're out of here. We're leaving. I'm assuming there's no actual cutscene for getting out of here, and I just teleport to the palace, which is fine. I guess.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
What was the point of that?
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening. Neuvillette!
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a
Paimon
break over
not
there while
hungry?
we wait for him to finish his work.
That was crazy.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
I have to ask, Mike, what is the plan after you finish the story? I don't have a plan. I don't have a big plan for the next stream arc. I think eventually I'm gonna try out some Final Fantasy XIV, try and catch up with Faye a little bit, I think. I don't know, I'll probably just go back to playing more random stuff. There's been some whispers about Baldur's Gate 3, which may happen. Looking at this video, we are 11.5 hours in, and there's 16 hours, so we have 4.5 to go. Whispers. There's been whispers of Baldur's Gate, some whispers about Minecraft.
Baldur's Gate free.
Exactly. I've been randomly craving to play F-Zero and Melee, so I might start doing that. I was gonna play F-Zero tonight. I might do that tomorrow actually, but we'll see. But yeah.
Minecraft.
I talked to Andy about Chained Together, and he said it seemed like it would make him very angry. But like, you know, it could be fine. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'm gonna go pee real quick. You guys chat amongst yourselves for like a minute.
Dendy, don't be a pussy. Play the game and get mad.
Andy hasn't made a stream appearance in a little while. He's been busy. I think he was here last week. But yeah. Must be a different Andy? Yeah, different Andy. Not you. My friend from school. Okay, I'll be back in a minute, everybody. You guys just, like, hang out, look at Neuvillette, pondering whatever he's thinking about.
Apologies to Andy in the stream. I meant Mike's friend Andy who gets mad.
Jeff, please convince Annie to play the game. I need a good lap because the children at my job are goblins.
I'm bad. I'm back. Andy loves to get mad. Chained Together sounds like his dream game. I kind of think so too, yeah. Convince Andy to play the game. I need a good laugh because the children at my job are goblins. Yeah. Yeah. I'll talk with Bobby tomorrow about it too. I think you should play with Mike and Tessiel's relationship. We balance each other out well, because I'm very patient. So it'll be fine.
Mike and I would only strengthen our bond if we played that game. We are an unstoppable force, Jeff.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
Are you saying that she's impatient? I am, but her impatience is the perfect counter to my over-patience. We meet somewhere in the middle and it works out to be like completely average amount of patience. It's ideal.
Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you have managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
Okay.
A massive whale.
A big old whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
It's...
Judging from your description,
it's a
that
Genshin
cannot
whale.
have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the Primordial Sea.
Okay.
A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Well, he's not from here, so he'll be fine, right?
Seawater? But how? Does he...
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too!
Andy is probably busy fighting with his wife. He doesn't have time to fight with you, Mike. That's sad. I want to be the one to get yelled at sometimes, too.
We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
When there's no Call of Duty, though Black Ops 6 coming out in October, maybe Andy will want to play multiplayer and we'll play some Nuketown. He'll get mad about the spawns, and I'll be like, you're right, dude. Because the spawns do suck sometimes.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
Do you want me to yell at you? Not a lot. Only if we were having fun with it, then yeah. I think I get enough of that when I forget to feed the animals. I was thinking about in your Rune Factory file and how many times the animals have been neglected and how much trouble I would have been in. Okay. Mike needs some toxicity to balance out his based positivity. Yeah. Do we still have the positive tag on the stream? We do. You guys didn't bully me out of taking that one off, at least. Hashtag acid god? No. Base god only. I water my animals every day. Well, what about the hurricane? But no, you're doing a great job. You are an excellent farmer. You're doing a great job taking care of your animals. If only Falsa the elephant would listen to you more about watering the crops, things would be better. The elephant. I could. Okay. I know you couldn't. I'm just messing with you. The source of the tremor was here on the surface. Okay, the water is rising.
Levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
I would also like to go
It's
there
been a
as soon
while
as
since we've
possible,
seen
but I'm
Navia.
afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes.
The ocean is
I'll have
rising.
to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I've finished things here.
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Okay. We are gonna go there now. Let me access the teleport waypoint, please. No, that is not that.
Oh no! What happened here? Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
To make sure she's still alive, says Paimon. There's a couple Hydroculus around here that I keep not finding. Is it under the bridge? They're usually under the bridge. No. It's under the water. Okay. Up there? Meow.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry.
Disaster Victim M. Okay. Odd NPC name.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Oh, snap.
He looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there.
It's a family
Help
name?
is on the way.
Okay.
You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Disaster Victim F, though. You can hold his hand. This is bad. This is, like, serious. Sounds like the SpongeBob guy? Yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Uh-oh. Where's her
Mademoiselle,
guys?
there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. You'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved.
I don't understand how
Those who
Fremine
realized
is
what was
alive.
happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have
Plot
been
armor?
a lot of casualties.
He swam in it for like a long
Fortunately,
time.
The water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
How awful.
He didn't swim in the pure... Oh, okay, like it was a mix. It was diluted enough. So he kind of got he kind of had, what's the name of the drug form of it again? He basically had the diluted version, I guess. Small amount that he was exposed to. Got it. Okay. That makes more sense.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
You could put us to work.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Okay. Yeah, where's Silver and Malus? Are they dead?
That's what friends are for.
Oh no, they're dead, aren't they?
We've got a situation here.
That's sad.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And out she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
God, Paimon.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Okay, we've been there before. We know where that is.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Paimon is so dumb.
I just... Malus and Silver, they won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time.
Paimon, let her grieve in peace? Yeah.
And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
Paimon's brain cells are so far
I've known
gone.
them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I'd always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray.
Wasn't Francine the little girl?
Julianne,
Jox's kid?
Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Oh.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously.
Dude,
We've
she
never
just call
worked
her a
with a
dumb
Fatui
blonde.
before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster.
She called me this traveler instead of the traveler.
Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
Literally everyone but Furina is responsible in this place.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss
Yeah.
Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
Okay.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't
Hotel
right.
Bouffe.
Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for
Hotel
a moment
Bidoof.
so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During
getting
some
intel.
recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious.
Okay.
My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck, and at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task.
Can you trust
The
me?
House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Okay.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do
She's
nothing.
so slay. Make her president. Yeah, she would solve the problems. She gets things done.
There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
So we're gonna do ruins together. Okay.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Another quest complete. New quest. Gonna see if this Hydroculus is right here, and we're gonna grab it. It's not. It's not. Okay. Three plus 2 is 5. Okay. Where are these ruins? Where are we going? Over here. I don't really have a waypoint that close to that. We are very close to the 12-hour mark of the story. So if we can get to that, then we only have 4 hours left. Is it a domain? Looks like it is. Maybe not.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Teleport waypoint unlocked. Excellent. Recommended party level 61. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll put Yamiko back in case we actually have to fight.
Me? here. Emerge.
Wait. What is this guy again? Are these Fatui? Shouldn't I not have to fight you? Aren't we under a peace treaty at the moment?
Incinerate! Shine down! Boom boom!
Oh, he has boomer. He's Sivir. It's a hilly trail, just a fancy one. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that those were still hilly trails. Okay. This. Oh, okay. It's an advanced hilly trail? Okay. I didn't realize that those guys were like that. I thought they were just bird Fatui.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things.
We got her
Maybe
trapped
the
down
only
here.
way left is forward.
We have her trapped.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
She's not gonna die, is she? No way.
Alright. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Keep moving. Okay.
Oh no, it's a dead end!
Oh no.
Let's try climbing over from the side.
Okay. I'm looking for chests.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge. Run for it!
Okay. She's a playable character, she can't die. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That didn't look too good.
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
We're in the underworld.
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Oh, was I?
It was all a dream.
Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it.
I don't know.
Why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right,
What
Demoiselle.
is going on?
It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people.
Is this all the people that she mentioned were dead? Yeah, I think, right? I think that I remember these names.
Karina?
Oh yeah,
Desiree,
she's okay. Man, I just figured that out.
Jolien? Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh?
Wow.
What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct.
Yeah.
I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Ronville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro.
Justice.
Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head. It hurts.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're
Oh, snap.
all dead.
I am Pebby IZ. Thank you LZ. Thank you very much for the raid. How's it going? I am Pebbles. There we go. I figured it out.
I am Pebbles is raiding with 1 viewers.
Pebbles, how was your stream? Thank you very much for the raid. How's it going? Thank you very much for following as well.
I am Pebbles is now following.
We are just progressing through the Fontaine story, and yeah, what were you streaming? Were you also playing Genshin?
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn?
Let me give you a shout out as well.
How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people? Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia.
This is getting crazy.
Silence.
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
Take these two with you.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
Okay. Thank you for the shout. How's your stream going? Pretty good. We're getting I've gotten a lot of progress done on the story. Working my way through Fontaine. I'm almost there. I think we're about 3/4 through.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
Yeah.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water.
How does he always show up at the right
just
time?
about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after
Well,
death.
they're not technically dead then, if they're something else.
Please come with me.
I wonder if we're gonna... I feel like we're gonna save everybody at the end and undo that, but maybe not.
Neverette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
How does he always show up in the nick of time?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Got alert, I'm playing Overwatch. Welcome to the stream, Pinky. That's okay. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck on the Overwatch matches, as usual. I hope you have success.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then. So, Neuvillette, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area.
Okay.
Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
Man, that was a long dialogue section.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
is no escape! Right now. Right here. Incinerate!
No chest? Okay, fine.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
Trippy. Oh shit, I'm actually gonna fall.
The law
No.
has loopholes.
Wait, the staircase actually broke? I thought it was just like aesthetic. Damn. Wait, I can't. Am I just screwed now? So far I got 0 deaths this match. How are you able to type to me? Are you hiding on a health pack right now? Or no, it's probably between rounds. That would make more sense. I think I might have messed up the domain. I don't think we can. Oh wait, okay, there we go. It reset eventually. I don't know how I got that to happen. I would have been better off with Kirara. I don't have the stamina for this. You gotta sprint over the stairs and you gotta climb this. I don't have stamina like that. Okay, we barely made it. Okay, we have to fight. I'm gonna check something on Twitch real quick. Okay.
Shine down!
Ready, steady, go! Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
It's
I know I just complained there was like no combat in this Archon quest so far, but you guys are annoying.
right here, right now. Emerge. I'm always watching. Right now. Right here. Let's dance.
Okay. We got him. 71 seconds on my heal. Okay, I'm gonna regen stamina before I run across this. That was smart. Just so you guys are aware, I'm probably gonna end soon. I'm looking at Faye's stream right now. She's probably gonna start any second, so I'm definitely gonna send you guys over there once she's talking. But yeah, I'm happy we didn't mess up the domain, but I will have to finish it, but that's okay. You finally died. I don't know how long you were alive, but it sounds like a good straight 7 or 8 minutes, so that's pretty good. It's a good sign.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Okay. She's doing her thing. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys to Faye's stream. please go over there and say hello for me. She is lovely. You'll have a nice time. It looks like she's going to be doing Final Fantasy, I think. I don't actually know. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys over there. Thank you all for being here. I will continue to finish this domain, and then tomorrow we will maybe finish Fontaine, maybe, but maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys at Phase Stream.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.